Welcome back, everybody. So glad you could be with me here today for the final inspection. Last plane in the grouping. That's right. We've got my Clifton. Now, this plane came to me partially as a gift from my son. He sent me a gift card to Woodcraft for my birthday many years ago. And so I ordered this plane at that time because it was one of those things that I probably would never, ever, ever buy myself. So we said thank you to Nick in a video years ago, and I say thank you again. So let's get started. As always, we're going to start with the weight. And it was last set up in grams. Zero it out. 2944 grams. And I will not know until we do the 6.49 pounds. Now that's right up there. Don't know if it's the heaviest, but that's right up there. All right. Now, as for flatness, first thing I want to do is make sure I have that blade retracted. All right. My goodness, that's a heavy plane. All right. So here we are again with our trusty piece of cigarette paper under the toe, tight. Under the side of the toe, tight. Mouth, tight, tight, tight. All the way around, tight. Spin it. Check this side. Snug, 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 snug. Flat. Check. Now, as to the cheeks. These are thick. All right. Wow. 2.4. That's almost a quarter of an inch. Two, 3, 5. Left, is 2.4. And the right is 0.235. Now for the question that everyone always wants to know. Are the cheeks square? Okay, there is a sliver of light down at the bottom. And we've got our 1.5 thou feeler gauge. It's less than that because that grabs. It's less than 1,000th. So left cheek, slight gap under 0.001. Let me check this side. And this is common. It's the opposite. It's at the top. See, now this one, 1.5 thousandth makes it in. Well, let's try the 1,000th. It should be matching to the opposite side. It's 1,000th. Maybe. No, it's 1,000. So out at top, 0.001 more or less. All right. Onwards. Because I don't think I'm going to do a highlight version today. We're going to just let this ride straight through. Lever cap is a combination, and it looks, I don't know. I would say it's, I'd have to look this up. It looks like it was polished, but it's possibly chrome plated, unless it is in fact stainless, and this is just a little rough on the bottom. And it was machined across, and it has not been honed. Nice bronze thumb piece, knuckle. So, of course, that passes. Cast plus brass, pass. Now, into the business end, the blade set or the double irons. It is the modern style cap iron or chip breaker. I wish we could pick one name. What are we going to call it? Cap iron or chip breaker? And the screw is not knurled. Once again, it is measuring 5/8 of an inch. And the width Now, I don't know if they manufacture in millimeters, but it's just under 3/8 by a 64th. I don't have a millimeter. I have this. 55, 6, 7. So it is possible it's 60 millimeter, which is just under 2 3/8. And it is parallel. And it is not perfectly square. It is out by like a 64th of an inch low on the left. Cutting iron. Oh, I didn't measure thickness. Got to keep me in line. You want to know. 0.125, eighth of an inch. Cutting iron is thicker. Point 141. 0.141. And it yeah, we're going to call that square. It's so close. Yep. Square from that side. Square from that side. Now this measures, well, darn close to 2 3/8. So this is a little bit wider than the cap iron. Now I'm going to leave these apart for right now because I do want to take them to the sharpening stone. So cutting iron is 0.11. It is square, 2 3/8 inches wide, 60 millimeter on that. Now the lateral is a two-piece lateral, and it has that swaging that I talked about. Now here too, I don't know if this is stainless and polished, but it is shiny. It has a disc, but the disc does not turn. So I am going to have to go do some research on that. Disc, we'll call that a fixed disc. As to the tote and knob, they are walnut. I like the knob shape. It's sort of a cross between a low knob and a tall knob. And the screw on the top is rounded, but it is a little bit proud. And if you run your hand across that, you can feel the sharpness of the slot. Same thing with the tote. It is slightly proud and it is sharp. The toe screw is recessed for the most part. It's up maybe a 16th at tops, but it is a flathead screw. If they would have made that an oval, you wouldn't notice that. That would have been just fine. And actually, this is a bedrock design, and it has all the screws necessary for the adjusting. And the lever cap screw is bronze or brass. All right, and now the adjusting nut is 1.25 inches, but it is solid. It's not like the Stanley ones. It is a solid, smooth face here. I hope you can see that. All right, and the yoke is bronze. And the yoke moves a little left-right, so the pin is a little loose. Forward and back, not so much. That's pretty tight. So if I were to hold that, actually we can't do that. We have to put this back in. We want to know how much backlash there is. Okay. Center that nicely. The lever cap on. So from retract, 1/4 turn, 2/4 turns, not quite 3/4. Let's try it the other way. 1/4 turn, 2/4 turns. Yeah, 5/8. 5/8 of a turn. Now onto the sharpening. And I'm just going to give this a quick one. Actually, do it this way. Move this back now. We don't need the granite anymore. The cap iron is smooth. I'm running my fingernail across it. So, and I'm looking on the front and I can't see an edge. Yes, I can. So it's not sharpened to a complete edge. There is a tiny, tiny, tiny surface there. As to the flatness of the back, it looks like and I don't recall sharpening this. There's a burr on there. So this should not take long at all. And we're not even going to wet it. We're going to do it dry. Charlesworth ruler technique on my superfine diamond stone. 2 passes. And where is it? It's not there. And there it is. Okay. So that might take a little bit more to initialize. Heel, toe. Actually, no, we said we were going to use the protocol. Same on every plane. Same on every plane. Otherwise, it's not fair to anybody. I don't feel a burr yet. There it is. Okay. I'm just doing the corners now. This side could use just a little bit more. And there we go. That's it. That is sharp. So I hope you're having a great day. I'm so glad you're here for this final plane. That's taking a nice polish. And I will just run this across the strop once. Make sure there's no burr there. So that's about it. I will get into the weeds on this one when I go to post it, and I'll type it in the description box, some of the information like the metals that are used and if they're chrome plated. Now, this being a few years old, some of their current offerings might be slightly different, but they should be close. Frog is nice and smooth. I don't feel any burrs anywhere. All right. And when I go to do the shootout, we will set all of these up so that they're all very tight-mouthed. This one looks just about where it's supposed to be for a smoother. Okay? Super fine. That's about it for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll see if I can do a highlights version of this, but if not, this will be the highlight, the long version. Head on out to your shop. Go make some shavings. Walter out.